Hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know real quick that this stream was done on New Year's Day, so there was a bunch of fireworks going off, so if you hear any, bang or anything in the background, just know that it was my neighbors setting off fireworks. Just wanted to let you know, and anyways, I'll let you get back to the video. Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I'm going to be looking at the upcoming Winter 2022 anime season. I'm basically going into this blind. I don't know a whole lot of the stuff that's coming out, other than the shows that are in the thumbnail of the video and stream. But besides that, I'm basically going into this blind. So who knows what we're getting this season. So first off, of course, we got Attack on Titan. I won't read the synopsis just because they got spoilers, just in case for anyone who hasn't heard of Attack on Titan, which I would imagine there aren't very many people because it's an extremely, extremely popular anime. The first half of Attack on Titan Season 4 was really, really good. I think it was one of the best animes of 2021. But I am looking forward to this, not as much as before, because I didn't want to wait anymore, and I just read the manga, so I know what happens at the end. It's not the greatest ending, but the beginning part of this season I think is going to be really, really good, but then it's not nearly as good later on, but I think it'll still be good. I'm still looking forward to watching this. Moving on, there's World's End Harem. Funny enough, I actually read the first chapter of the manga last night. I'm not sure why, I just felt like watching it. This was on the previous list for the fall season, but it had, I think it had pretty bad production issues. Basically, they aired one episode and then announced that all of it was delayed. At least from what I remember. I remember the first episode might have come out, or it was going to come out, and it just was delayed. The day before or the day of it releasing, which I've never seen happen before, so I'm guessing they had pretty bad production issues. Even though I know the plot of this, since I read the first chapter of the manga, I'll still read through it for anyone who maybe hasn't heard of it. The time is near future Tokyo, Japan. In 2040, a young man suffering from an incurable disease vows to reunite with his childhood friend Irisa and decides to cold sleep to cure his illness. When he wakes up 5 years later, the world was undergoing a major transformation. The MK male killer virus kills 99.9% of men on the planet. The ground was a super harem with 5 billion women for every 5 men. Only 5 men, numbers, are resistant to the MK virus. One of them is Radio. Radio is required to mate for the survival of the remaining women and humankind. Harem life waiting for the world after the pandemic. At the same time, Radio is involved in a global conspiracy over numbers. Can he overcome the temptation and save the world? So yeah, basically it's a ecchi harem anime where there's basically no men. So it's basically this one dude is surrounded by billions of girls who all want to sleep with him. I'll probably watch this. I am curious to see how it turns out, because if they had really bad production issues, I wonder what happened. I wonder if there's anything wrong with it or anything. I'm sure it'll be fine, and so far from what I've read, the manga's not bad. I've only read one chapter, but I'll probably be checking this one out. Go to the next one, My Dress Up Darling. So this one I don't know much about, but I had heard of it. I knew enough about it to put the girl in the thumbnail of this stream, so let's read what it's about. I don't know the specifics of it, but I kind of understand the general idea of what this anime is about, so let's just read off the plot. High schooler Wakana Gojo cares about one thing, making Hina dolls. With nobody to share his obsession, he has trouble finding friends or even holding a conversation. But after the school's most popular girl, Marin Kitagawa, reveals a secret of her own, he discovers a new purpose for his sewing skills. Together they'll make her cosplay dreams come true. So basically it's like a romance cosplay anime, which I think could be fun. I like the idea of her basically getting this guy who's good at sewing to make her cosplays. I think that could be a pretty fun anime. I am going to be checking this one out. Cloverworks is doing it. Cloverworks, I think they do a decent job with anime. I know there were 2 anime. You guys probably know what they are. It's Promised Neverland and Wonder Egg Priority. They were the studios that worked on those, but they also worked on Shadow's House, and Shadow's House was really good. and I think they do a pretty good job with animation and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'll definitely be watching it. I think it could be a fun anime. The next one, In the Land of Lidal? I can't really tell much about what this is about, like from the poster. I mean, it's clearly a fantasy world, but let's read what it says. After being put on life support after a tragic accident, Kina Kagami's only freedom comes from the VR MMORPG Liadal. One day, her life support system shuts off and Kina passes away. When she wakes up, she finds herself in Liadal 200 years in the future. As the high elf Kina with lost skills but incredible stats, she must forge relationship with the residents of this new world, which shockingly include the children characters she designed herself. A leisurely adventure tale is about to begin, featuring a girl transported to a game world and the smiles and tears she shares with her quirky companions. This kind of sounds like Log Horizon if it only affected one person. I probably will watch this one because it sounds like it could be interesting. And then we have Love of Kill. The title sounds like it could be kind of cool, and the poster looks kind of cool. I'm going to drink some of my water, and then we'll read off the synopsis. Two assassins face off at a certain workplace. The cool bounty hunter Chiatu and mysterious and powerful Rong Ha. Chiatu and Rong Ha become enemies after this fight. At least they should have, but for some reason, Rong Ha takes a liking to Chiatu and begins following her around. Little by little, Chiatu develops a cooperative partnership with Rong Ha, which gets her caught up in the struggle against the organizations hunting him down. Furthermore, that battle is related to her past as well. Why did Rong Ha approach Chiatu? What is Chiatu's secret past? Two mismatched assassins weave together a twisted assassin x assassin thriller. The strange gears of fate begin to move. It definitely sounds interesting. It sounds like a romance assassin anime that could be kind of interesting. I'll definitely check this one out. Like, it definitely sounds like it could be pretty interesting. So I'll probably check this one out. Then next, this one, I'm excited for this anime just because of the person who's working on it. So Orient is made by the same person who made the manga Magi. It had a really good anime, and now I own all the volumes of the manga. I have yet to read it though. I've read 3 volumes, and there's like 27 volumes. But the point is, I really, really love the anime or the manga that the girl made before this. So I am definitely going to be checking this one out just because of the author behind it. And I don't even know what it's about, so let's go ahead and read the synopsis. When unidentified creatures known as Kishin suddenly appear in Japan, all the most famous military leaders were killed in battle, and the end of the world seemed close at hand. Now, 150 years later, demons still rule the world, and only the band of Bushi continues to fight for their freedom. Musashi and Kojiro, out of admiration for these brave fighters, strive to form the strongest band of Bushi in this classic battle action story of friends passionately chasing a dream. Sounds pretty good. What it reminds me of, kind of, is Fairy Tail to Eden Zero. Just in terms of like Fairy Tail was like fantasy world, and then Eden Zero is like futuristic fantasy world, kind of. And they're both made by the same person. So like Magi was kind of like fantasy world, and then this is more futuristic stuff, like 150 years in the future, and it looks pretty cool. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Hopefully this ages well. Hopefully I don't say it's gonna be really good and then it turns out really bad. I think it's gonna be good, and I definitely will be watching this. The next we have Miss Kuroitsu from the Monster Development Department. I wonder what this one's about. Oh, they just have this is just the manga synopsis here. Well, let's see what this is. The manga centers on the Kuroitsu, an assistant researcher in the Superhuman Development Department of Agastya, a villainous secret organization that battles with heroes who try to save the world. Kuroitsu lives a busy life in Agastya, caught between the absurd request of her bosses, making presentations, implementing new features into Superhumans, and getting results within the allotted time, budget, and spec request, all without vacation. I actually am going to watch this. It just sounds like it follows some girl who works for this evil organization, and it's just like always bossed around. This sounds like it could be interesting. It sounds like she has to try to make different superhumans and stuff like that. I'm interested in this one. This sounds like this could be pretty funny and pretty cool. I'll probably be checking that one out. Okay, then next, Cloverworks doing another anime this season. Nice. Akkabi's sailor uniform. Well, let's see what this is about. It's Komichi Akkabi's first year of junior high, and she has her heart set on one thing: Robai Private Academy's sailor uniform. As the next chapter of her life gets closer, she dreams of all the exciting new experiences she'll get to have. School lunches, classes club activities, and of course making lots of friends with her favorite outfit on. Komichi feels ready for anything. I have no clue what that's about. That just basically a girl who goes to school because she wants this uniform. I have no idea if this is going to be any good or not. I don't know if I'm going to check it out or not. Cloverworks is doing 3 animes this season? Wow, that's a lot. Hopefully it all goes well. They had some pretty bad production issues in the past. Normally whenever I see like one specific anime studio doing like 3 or 4 anime that season, sometimes I just worry about their production issues. And this one even begins with a 1-hour premiere episode. Jeez. Well, let's see what this one is. This looks kind of cool. Is this another skateboarding anime? Okay, let's see what this is. The Far Eastern Special Administrative Region, also known as the 24th Ward, is a man-made island that sits in Tokyo Bay. Shuta, Ran, and Koki were born and raised on the island. Their family backgrounds, preferences, and personalities are completely different, but they are childhood friends who have always stuck together. However, one incident changes their relationship forever. A year afterwards, the 3 friends are reunited by chance at a memorial service held for the incident. All 3 of their phones suddenly ring simultaneously. The friend who is supposed to be dead is calling and demands that they make a decision about the future. The 3 friends do what they believe is best to protect the 24th Ward and its inhabitants. This sounds super interesting. Like, it just sounds like fascinating. So I'll probably check this one out. This one's probably one of the more interesting ones out of like the last 8 that we've read. I'll probably check this one out. Tokyo 24th Ward. Looks like it could be cool. Next up, Inno 831. Well, let's see what this is about. We'll read it. This one is definitely starting a bit later than a lot of the other ones. Wait, this is a TV special? It might just be like an hour-long special thing, but let's see what this is. In the present day, the world is in turmoil due to an unprecedented disaster. A young man living in Tokyo, Suzushiro, has a secret he cannot tell anyone. That secret is that he can stop the time around him despite his thoughts. One day he meets a girl named Nazuna, who has the same power. When he learns that she is being used in a crime, he impulsively reaches out to help her. This sounds really interesting. I'll probably check this out, especially it's like a TV special. It's probably like an hour long. Sounds like that could be pretty cool. I'll definitely check this one out. This season is alright. It's definitely not, so far, it's not starting off as good as last year. Because, I mean, last year in winter, what did we have? We had like Mushoku Tensei, Attack on Titan. And that time I got reincarnated as slime. ReZero, Wonder Egg Priority, Horimiya. There were like so many really good shows airing in the first half of last year. So compared to that, it's okay. Definitely looking forward to Attack on Titan, My Dress Up Darling, and The Orient probably the most. Hopefully the next season's a little bit better, but this one I don't think is bad. I think it's a decent way to start off the year.